ride. So I think if any team's been through the most struggle, it has to be us. We received our robot, I think, about 3 weeks late. But it honestly, it was pretty simple once we got it. The instructions were pretty easy. We had this app on our phone that told us piece by piece what to do. And we had Avery and Ryan help us out. Me and Ryan basically put the pieces together, and Avery sorted them all out, putting them down in the spots we needed them to. But when we first built it, we built it in I think like a day and a half. And when we first tried to connect it to the app, we had a problem where one of the arms wasn't like synced up or something. So it thought that an angle that it was at, it was going like the wrong angle. It thought that this was 90 degrees when this was. So it kept going on itself. But we had to rewire it and fix up the motors. And we finally ended up getting the robot running and working to the commands. And that's where week 1 comes in.
Yeah, also in week 1, we just like he said, I helped organize all the parts and like gave it to them when they were building it. And then we just learned like the basic motions like forward, back, left and right. And then I recorded most of it.
And then like for the 2nd and the 3rd week, we had to like do everything in 1 week. So that was kind of a pain, but I mean, like just getting used to everything, like having to do it a lot faster, I think made it easier and like more beneficial for like later on. Ryan helped me with the code for I think it was like the 3rd week, and like just having to like write everything out and get used to the new app. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't really hard. It was the block code, so it was pretty simple. And then
And then I read the safety instructions on the box so my team would know what to do and what not to do for the robot so that it wouldn't break so easily. It also helped Avery record some video like the dancing, the robot dance party for the Party in USA song, and some other videos.
So probably like one of the least important part of our projects, but like only the smoothest part that went along like easily in our project was the video making. We used Adobe for it, and it was pretty simple. You just put it together, it came really easily together.
And our robots manipulable functions, you know, the arms and stuff. It was like out of calibration, so we actually, all we had to do was take it off and match the square to the square, and then it worked perfectly fine. And we have treads on it, so it's like a little tank, dude. And he just rolls across everything, rocks and everything. So you can pick up everything, you can move it, and then he has eyes that are like, they're this, whatever the sensor was that takes topographical images.
So you may be asking us, what's next? Well, next quarter is the drones that I will be ordering because I'm the purchase manager. And so how the drones relate to our Mars project is it's gonna get an aerial view in real time of the construction, and it will tell us how it's going. And it can also pick up materials to give to the robot if our robot's been slacking a little bit. So yeah, that's what's next.
Well, one more thing. We didn't talk about like how this actually relates to Mars. But so what our rover is gonna do is we have to build a spaceport, and you can't just, it's not gonna be like a small thing. You've seen how big rockets are and how big those launch pads are. But what it's gonna do is we're gonna build it we're gonna take the Martian soil and compact it and either like make like some sort of cement out of it like we do here on Earth with our soil. And the rover, what it's gonna do is it's gonna take the pieces of cement and it's gonna stack it all up. And if you have many of them, it won't even take that long. And they'll all be built before we even get there.
that's all.
Is it all right?